come and say something. I wanna hear your voice.
All the eyes on me, all the eyes are all on me. All the eyes on me, all the eyes are all on me. All the eyes on me, all the eyes are all on me. All the eyes on me, all the eyes are all on me.
What's going on, guys? It's your boy Fox back in the house. And if you're wondering why I got my guitar, well, not a real guitar. I do have a real guitar back in the room, but I don't know how to play. I just wanted something to fiddle with while I was on camera. So I have a theory I want to talk about. It is how the fight between John and Remy will go down. Because a very interesting thought popped in my head when I was thinking about it, because a lot of people are like, what's gonna happen and all that and everything when they fight. I had a thought. Now, this might not be original. I'm not saying I'm the first one to come up with it, but as far as I know right now, I haven't seen anyone talk about it. So I wanted to. So strap yourselves in. This one is probably gonna be long, or I don't really know how long it's gonna be. Just prepare yourself. Go get yourself a snack. Go get yourself some Oreos, some Doritos. No, you know what? Go get like some waffles or something. Then come back. Yeah, go to Waffle House and go get yourselves some good waffles, and then come back and turn this back on. So with all that being said, let's get into this theory. So my theory is that when John and when John or Joker and Remy eventually meet on the battleground, I do not think Remy will be by herself. Mainly because of this week's chapter and after what was said. Now we don't know, it hasn't been confirmed. It hasn't been confirmed or true, but if you read this week's chapter, which is chapter 144 as of per this recording, then you know that when the chapter started up, we caught up with Aizen, Blake, Remy, and Junie. Junie was being interviewed by Aizen. He went around and talked to all the people that Joker had gone after previously, and Junie was one of his targets. And she told them about the fight, and she told them about her ability. Her ability is called Flash Forward. She's able to see 1 second into the future, and that's all. Nothing more, nothing less. Less than that, it's just 0. So you get it. So, and Remy was like, why is that? What does that matter? Like, you still lost and all that. But Junie was like, well, I don't think he can copy abilities he can't necessarily see. They don't have like a physical tell or anything. Now, once again, there's a whole debate about that. About whether John can see, whether John knows of a person's ability is activated or not. I'll make a whole separate video on that to let y'all know my stance on it and everything, but that's a different topic for another day. So, and Aizen's the one that brings it up. He's like, well, maybe Joker can't copy abilities that he can't physically see, or he can't tell physically that it is activated, because like with Blake, it's obvious to tell when his ability is activated. He's shooting lasers at you. Same thing with Remy. When she activates it, electricity swirls around her body and she's able to shoot it out at you. And with Aizen, Aizen is more, you can tell like his ability is activated because it's a physical enhancements, because his ability is called called target or lock on. It allows him to lock on a target, and while he's locked onto that target, his physical stats are boosted. His strength, his speed, and his durability and all that. So that's pretty much the tell for Aizen. And Arlo has the barrier and all that. And the reason I say that Remy will probably go into the fight with help is because, one, when Cecile was talking to John after he took her down and all that, Cecile was warning him. It's like, hey, since you took me down, everyone pretty much knows that Remy is your next target. And she was like, you do not take her lightly, because she's like, as we speak right now, I wouldn't doubt that she is planning a way to take you down. And after John's being cocky for good reason, because every opponent he's fought, he is taken down. you know, he's like, let her plan, I'm still gonna crush her. And to me, I was like that. I'm like, that's a little cocky, because it's like you're not taking on like just another like elite or ex-royal, because Cecile is an ex-royal and all that. But I'm like, this is the queen of the school. Now, granted, Remy's not as strong as Serafina when she still had her abilities, but Remy is still no one to play with, and she's very, very stubborn, just like John is. But also, she's not stupid, and she does know when she needs help. She's not scared to ask for help. And as we all know, like a few dozen chapters ago, Remy was out there being a superhero. Her superhero name is X-Ray, in reminiscence of her brother, whose his hero name was X-Static. So she just took the X-Ray. I don't know where the Ray came from, but whatever. But you know, while she was doing hero work, she had Eisen and Blake help her out. Like the whole fight with Vulcan and all that, Eisen and Blake were on the rooftop watching over the whole ordeal, making sure that nothing really crazy went down. And then when it did, they hopped in and helped accordingly. How much help they gave her? Well, they kept her from dying, and that's the most important feature. Because if Remy was there by herself and just Vulcan, and they fought, Remy would be dead in the dirt. No questions about it, hands down. Vulcan was way too strong. She would be dead. So, now, that's why I think she's not going to go in the fight with Joker alone. Because she realized, she's like, if this dude is anything like Vulcan, I'm going to need some help. And they pretty much know how strong he is, because he's been taking down royals one at a time. He's taking down Eisen. He's taking down he took down Blake. He took down Cecile. And he's taking out other high tiers. Actually, you know what? Is Junie considered a high tier? Let me know. And the best way to let me know is, I do have a Discord. The link will now always be in the descriptions below. It's a Discord server for for Unordinary. I also have other other chats as well. I'm making new chats on a weekly basis for stuff that I like, and all that stuff that you might want to y'all might be interested in. But if you want to talk about Unordinary with me and others, I do have a Discord. The link will be down in the description, so go check that out. But you know, but getting back to it, Remy knows how strong Joker is. Like, look what he did to Blake. Cecile got off easy. As much as it hurt my heart to see it, she still got off way easier than what Blake got. Blake got Swiss cheese. He had 10 beams shot through him simultaneously through all of his limbs, and I'm really surprised that John did not hit some vital organs. He probably aimed it that way, but still. Joker is nothing to scoff at. They know this. And they also know that he can copy multiple abilities. Now you know what, I'll get into that. So yeah, so after hearing this whole thing with Junie, and you know, while she was talking, she was like, so what makes you think that he couldn't, you know, copy your ability? And that's when she tells them, my ability is flash forward. She can see 1 second into the future, as I've already stated. But she states that people who can see the future move differently. They move more calm, more sure of what's going to happen. She was like, when I was fighting, at the time he was known as Tuesday or whatever. When I was fighting Tuesday, she was like, I swung at him, and all his blocks, she could tell that they were just like reflexive, like he didn't know, his body just automatically, like, you know, out the way and all that. And she said if he copied her ability, she wouldn't have been able to dodge any of the punches that he threw, or she wouldn't have been able to have tricked him into kicking her down the steps so she could then make a getaway and all that. Now that's also where people are saying, well, he's able to sense when people use abilities and stuff and all that. Like I said, that is a whole nother topic. I'm going to make a video on that. I really gotta get my thoughts together on that. But you know, after that, Junie ran away. She still got caught and she got beat down. That I felt really bad for her, even though what she did to Serafina was dirty. But I mean, she got it rough in that fight. But so then after that, you know, we got this chapter with the whole character development with Arlo and all that. It was beautiful. It was gorgeous. Too little, too late. But you know, whatever. He had character development. We can now start a redemption arc. But I think going forward, however many chapters we have until the fight between Remy and John, because now at this point, I think that's going to happen regardless of what happens. Period. Point blank. I think that's just going to happen and all that. So this is where I'm going to get into what's going to go down. So I don't know how they might meet on like normal terms, like the same terms. Like, you know, Remy might be walking down the hallway or down the alleyway to a classroom or something, and you know he's going to pop up and they're going to get into it. Or yeah, that's or she could do it like this. She could issue a challenge to Joker, because everyone knows that she is his next target, because he's going up the list of royals. Even though going after Blake was kind of, no, never mind. He's a jack, so yeah, never mind. But so, you know, she might call him out and be like, I know you're coming after me next. You know, meet me here and we'll fight it out and we'll really see who's the strongest, because I'm not gonna let you do this. Now, like I said, she might have. I think she's gonna have either Eisen or Blake, or maybe both, posted up somewhere to give her support. But I also think she's going to have Junie with her, mainly for the fact that even though she can only see 1 second into the future, that's one second in a street fight is crucial. Like 1 second can determine if you get your face beat in, or if you are able to dodge and get a counter blow on all that. Don't scoff at that 1 second. It can save your life, like for real. So, but you might be thinking, well, how is that going to help Remy in the fight if, you know, she's off in the corner somewhere hiding? Do you remember when they fought Vulcan and all that? They have earpieces. You can even if the ones from the one they fought Vulcan are busted, you can go buy some more. I have a wireless earpiece. I used to listen to music all the time. They can make phone calls and everything. I talk to people all the time. You don't even know it. And I just have to tell people, you know, I'm talking. So Junie, she might have Junie posted somewhere where she can see the whole battlefield, no matter what angle she's at and all that. And she might have Junie, Blake, and Eisen in her ear. Now, when the fight goes down, I can see it going like this. They fight for a minute. It seems like it seems like Joker's getting the upper hand, because we know he will. And then that's when Blake might shoot a laser and you know, try to get them to split up. And then, you know, seeing that, he's gonna copy that ability automatically. And that's when Eisen might come out of nowhere, and you know, they might start going at it. And then it might be like a 2-on-1 fight with Eisen and Remy going at Joker, and you got Blake in the back on top of the school building, you know, playing sniper again, like, you know. And then also you might have Junie somewhere posted relaying info to Remy. Yeah, she sees into the fight. She's like, okay, dodge, he's about to do a left hook, or like step back, he's about to do a kick and all that. That's how that might go. Now, what I'm saying, none of this is confirmed. I have not talked to anyone about this. This is all purely my thoughts, so take this with a grain of salt if you want. But and let's just say she just has Junie back there backing her up. That, like I said, that 1 second is crucial, because even if you bring in Eisen and Blake, you run the risk of John copying their abilities. Now, here's one thing that none of them know. The only person that knows this info is Arlo. We all know that John can copy it, right? I think it's like 4 right now, the most that we've seen him copy at once. What they don't know is John is able to combine different abilities. Now here's the thing. Let's go on. Let's just say that Remy goes the route and she challenges Joker directly, and she's like, hey, I'm challenging you, come meet me out here and we'll fight it out. Now, if John is stupid, which he's not, he's very hot-headed, but he's not an idiot, he might prepare. Because that's the thing, that's going to be the kicker right there, is what abilities is John going to bring into the fight to take Remy. Now, if we go back all the way to the beginning, I cannot remember this person's name. I'm sorry. I will put his picture and up on the screen and all that. But do y'all remember when we first got introduced to Unordinary? You know, when after the prologue, you know, John's in class, he goes to the bathroom, and that's when he sees Eisen and, you know, Blake fighting, and he goes the other way, and then he runs into these two people. One of them is being bullied by this other dude. Do y'all remember that guy? The gray-haired guy? The dude that John threw out the window? Do you remember what his ability is? His ability is hardening. And on top of that, it gives him a slight stat boost in his physical capabilities. Now, I think we might see a return of him, because I think that would be a very good counter to Remy's lightning. And even if Blake is, and let's say Blake is there too, let's say Blake is out there shooting, that could be a good deterrent, because we all know that when John copies an ability, he doesn't just only copy it, he increases the ability's power. So normally, like I said, I can't remember his name, I'm sorry. Normally, you know, he might be able to block, he might be able to take like a few hits or a few lightning strikes from, you know, Remy or Eisen, or take a few shots from Blake, and, you know, he might be done. But with John being able to copy it and double the trick's ability, because, you know, his trick level is always on 10, so he can double its power. He might be able to, not invincible, but I mean, it's gonna be like literally fighting a brick wall. And I'm not saying they won't be able to, you know, chip away at his defense, but it's going to be so much harder. And imagine if he copies that hardening ability that already gives you a slight stat boost, and Eisen jumps in, and and we know he can copy Eisen's ability, and he copies that ability, and he gets another boost on his physical capabilities. If the fight goes down that way, I'm not saying they're going to get washed, but it's going to be a tough fight. I still think John's going to come out on top, and they're going to be like, he took on he took on the Queen, the Jack, and Eisen, who's a high tier, and he still smashed them. That's what I'm thinking. I'm like, what better way to prove that you are the strongest than by taking down not just one opponent at a time. You took down 3. And if you want, you can say 4, because even though Junie's not gonna hop in there, she might be an integral role. Because like I said, she could be relaying feedback to Remy. Then the whole thing is, why it's important. It's better for Remy because Remy has lightning. Her speed honestly should be off the charts. No one should be able to match her speed except for Seraphina, whose ability it was time manipulation. Her mother has it. We'll say it's time manipulation. That's the only person that should be able to outspeed Remy. Everyone else should not be able to keep up with her at all. Like I said, I just don't think Remy trains as hard as she could, because I don't think it's really that big of a deal to her. That's my personal opinion. So that's what I wanted to talk about today. So tell me what you guys think. Like I said, I think that Remy might call Joker out, and she might have either she's going to have Eisen, Blake, and Junie all posted up somewhere to give her some support, or she's just going to have Junie, because like I said, even though Junie in a physical fight, she's not that good. She can hold her own against like maybe a mid tier or a low tier, but like high tiers like John and Remy and all them, she's outclassed in every sense of the word. But you give that ability to someone who already can hold their own in a fight by themselves in most normal circumstances, because John's ability is an abnormality. I don't care what nobody says. That's an abnormal trick. Then things get ramped up to the max, like for real. Because like I said, imagine being that as fast as Remy, but also you have someone relaying to you that they can see. Even though it's 1 second, that's all you need if you're that fast. 1 second, it might as well be an eternity to you. You feel me? So those two, Junie and Remy teaming up is a potent mix, because you're going to have to do that if you want to go up against Joker. Because like I said, they don't know that he can mix 2 abilities and make it better. Because like I said, when John finally revealed his powers again, to Arlo, when he was fighting Ventus and Millie, you know, Ventus had I think his ability was called Whirlwind or something, and you know, Millie had demon claws, And what did John do? He took the whirlwind, he put it around the claws, and he made a wind blade. And Ventus and Millie were like, we've never done that before. How could he do it? And next thing you know, he was flying and everything. By all accounts, Millie should be dead. Because, you know, he blew her up with a whirlwind and let her drop, and then he stabbed Ventus in the shoulder. Ventus should not be able to move his arm very good anymore, and Millie should be dead from dropping from that height. But, you know, we'll chalk it up to anime comic logic, whatever. I'm not really complaining about it, I'm just saying. But, you know, like, and you can put it like in a guitar, you know. You can play one note. You know, it sounds good. You might be able to play that note real good. But you know what sounds better? When you play multiple notes at the same time. And they work. Obviously, you can't do that here because this is a fake guitar. You feel me? But, I'm just saying. You know, Remy's best... Remy... Look, I'm going to put it like this. Remy going out there by herself against Joker, no. I'm not saying it's going to be a whitewash. It'll still probably be it'll be a tougher fight than he's had to deal with, but at the end of the day, no. But you put in Remy, Eisen, Blake, and with Junie out there providing support, and let's just say they all have earpieces, and she's singing the future for all of them, then you got a real fight on your hand, and that's when the real test of Joker's strength comes into play. It's like, can you handle 3 well-known, established high tiers who are known for taking down every opponent they come across, with them being armed about your ability? Like I said, they mostly know about his trick. They don't know about the fact that he can mix 2 of them, or we don't even know if he can mix more than that, and, you know, create deadly combos. But you know that fight is just going to be epic, and it got me so excited. Like when I thought about it, like last night when I was going to bed, and while I was thinking about it at work today, I was like, I gotta make this video. I gotta make it, because this could be something. Like I said, I might not be the first one who thought of this, but as far as I know, as of this current moment, and before I started recording this, I haven't seen anyone talk about it. Not saying that they haven't, I haven't seen it. But guys, I know this video is long, but I really wanted to get this out of my head, because I feel like the fight between Remy and John has to go down now. With everything that is going, the way the things are going in the story at chapter 144, for me, the way I'm seeing it, I can see it go this route. Sometimes I really feel like I can kind of tell what route that Ura Sensei is going. You know, and every now and then she throws me for, not every now and then, she throws me for a loop a lot of the times. But sometimes I'm not dead on, but I'm right there. I'm really accurate, and I really feel like it would be more exciting for Remy to team up and go against Joker than her go in by herself and get beaten down like everybody else. That's what I think. That's what I feel. Like I said, let me know what you think about this whole theory in the comments below, or you can go to my Discord. Like I said, it's down below. It's Unordinary Discord, but I have multiple chats in there for different subjects and video games and all that, and updates. Like that's like, if you want to catch all my YouTube updates and all that stuff, my Discord is there and all that. Every now and then you'll catch Ty and Digi in there, and sometimes Steph. Steph is an enigma. That's my dog though. I love them all. I'm really glad that we all became friends. I think we're all gonna meet up at some point in our lives, but you know, whatever. But you know, guys, like I said, tell me what you thought about it in my Discord or in the chat, in the comments below and all that. That is what I feel is going to happen. Like I said, none of this has been confirmed. I haven't talked to literally anybody about this because I wanted it to be purely my thoughts. I didn't want to get anyone else's theories like intertwined or entangled up with it. I just wanted this to really feel like this was mine. And I have not been excited for a theory, like I haven't been this excited for a theory in a little bit of time. Like I have theories, but most of them have not excited me like this. This one, I was like, I gotta get this out. So I really appreciate you if you stuck around this long. Do the stuff that I normally tell you to do: like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications. I have a Patreon if you want to do that. I also have a PayPal. I haven't been putting the link in the description, and it probably won't be up in this video either because I got to go through and set it and reset it up and all that. But I also have a PayPal, so if you want to do that, like I said, any and all proceeds to this channel go to improving quality and getting more equipment so I can bring further entertainment to you, my viewers. I love you all. And also, I didn't acknowledge this, but I recently hit 200 subs. I'm past that now, not by a whole lot, but still I hit 200 subs, and it means a lot to me that even one of y'all would want to watch my videos, and the amount of comments that I get and stuff in my videos now are just amazing, and the amount of people that come out when I live stream, it's amazing. I love each and every one of you for doing it, because y'all, I know y'all probably have better things to do than just sit here and watch me just talk about a book, about a story that's online and all that. But I'm rambling. I do these things. With everything being said, guys, I really hope you have a great night, day, evening, wherever you're at. And it's your boy Fox, strumming out.